Have you ever wondered, I'd like to go to a shooting class, but I don't know exactly what I need to know? Or is there proper etiquette? Or what should I take? There's an answer to all of those things, and it depends. So, hold on a sec. Got a bunch of stuff that you might need for a class. Not just my class, but any shooting course. We'll talk about pistols first. Let's just assume that it is a defensive, self-protection type of pistol course that goes on all across the country. The instructor or the school is going to tell you how much ammo you should have, if you're allowed to use a holster, and maybe there's certain kinds not allowed. That kind of stuff the school should tell you. But I get questions, even though the stuff's on our website constantly, what do I need? And I just figured Drew and I would film this up and give you a good idea so that if you show up to class, you're not the guy or the gal that's keeping everybody else from getting the training that they paid for because you didn't prepare. You might take something like the little 365. You may have it in a inside the waistband holster, or maybe you're the kind of person that wants to train from the outside of the waistband holster. Those are personal decisions, but I suggest you have at least 5 magazines. Why 5? Well, even with a capacity of 12 rounds like these little mags, I'm going to be reloading a lot. Now, if I have my Beretta, for example, I got 4 or 5 mags, but I also have some extras because more is better. Because the more I have, the less time I'm going to have to take running back and loading mags. Yes, these all cost money. You don't have to have them. But it's nice because now during class, you can spend your time paying attention, relaxing when it's time to relax, rather than just trying to jam mags full to keep up with the rest of the class. And if you're watching this video, you're probably newer to shooting, which means that you may not have the skills to load magazines real quickly. What else might you need? Good magazine pouches. These ones are made by some friends of ours down in Ohio at Northern Ohio Tactical Training Range. They've got a Kydex company out of there. These are great outside the waistband holsters. And of course, most of these are made specifically for your gun, your mag. Have a couple mag pouches. Even if you just have one, it's going to allow you to train a little bit better because you're not going to be dropping things, digging for things, etc. On that note, here's my suggestion. Let's just say that you're new to shooting and you've got a little gun like this. You're going to have a better time if you learn how to shoot on a full-size gun and then take those skills and apply it to a little gun. Just food for thought. But you're going to want the holster that you're going to train in or work in or carry in. So I always suggest to students when they ask, hey, what do I need? I say, why don't you come with the gear that you live in, train in, or work in? Makes sense to me because you're going to be on the range getting reps with that gear. What else do you need? Good hearing protection. These are Pro Ears. Pro Ears are my favorite. I have Peltors. I have them from MSA and other good quality companies. What I like about these, the audio of the electronic hearing in here is better, bar none, than everybody. And I've tried them all. I own them. I've got them on the shelf. I can take them on, and I have other people try them as well. The audio technology in here sounds very true to life. Wait, what? They do a great job of cutting sound out till you turn them on. And now I hear everything perfect. They don't over amplify. But Pro Ears, I like Pro Ears. You're going to want quality eye protection. These are prescription. And hey, you might be shooting in sunlight, so you may need some sunglasses that are also protected. We could go into the weeds on that. There's guys that say that they only wear one type of glasses because out in the world in real violence, they may not be able to switch glasses. We're talking about training to learn a new fundamental skill. So good eye and ear protection. What else might you want? Well, even if you're at a commercial training class, have a quality medical kit. This is from our friends at D-Day Response Group. This is a blowout kit. So this has wound packing materials like Kerlex. It has extremity blood stopping tourniquets. It has Celox Rapid. and some compression gauze, as well as a chest seal. So if you are out with your buddies shooting or you are at a professional class, I would always have a blowout kit like this and know how to use it. What else might you need? Of course, ammunition. I suggest if you go to class, you get an ammo can like this. You can buy them for $10 or $20, and you take your small boxes of ammo and you dump them loosely into the ammo can. It's so much easier. You don't bring all that loose garbage out to the range where it's blowing around out in the weeds, and it's easy for you just to reach in and grab what you need out of the can. Also, you can condense stuff down for storage or for travel. You don't have as much loose stuff. You know what else is a good thing? Maybe something to film yourself, not just for social media, but you may not understand something that somebody's telling you about, maybe your body position or how you're moving. It's food for thought. To be able to film yourself like that is not a bad thing. Oh, maybe some extra ammo in case you shoot more than planned. Batteries for your hearing protection, or optics. If you've got optics on your gun, have some batteries. A set of gloves isn't a bad thing. Not just for shooting. I don't really ever wear gloves unless I'm shooting a lot of carbine. But if you're on the range helping clean up, if you're on the range helping move steel targets, there's a lot of lead on there. If you haven't seen the video that we've done on lead safety, you're gonna want it. How about some lube? Can't go wrong with some gunfighter lube or some Croil. You might need to lube your gun. I like to buy rags, painter's rags, and guys that have trained with me, they always say, hey man, you got a rag? Because they know I travel with a bag of rags, and you can use those rags to clean your glasses, to clean a gun, as a napkin. Of course, I'm not going to use one for all of those things, but they're helpful. I've got various holsters because sometimes things break. I may, if you can afford it, have a backup gun because guns break. And if the gun malfunction or failure is catastrophic, you're done. Your training's over if you don't have a backup or a way to fix it. So beyond having physical stuff, extra magazines, a good gun that's lubed and cleaned in a good holster, you're gonna want a good belt, you're gonna want comfortable clothes and comfortable shoes. You're gonna wanna make sure you have ammunition, you're gonna wanna make sure you have eye and ear protection. Bring snacks. I don't wanna sound like your mom, but make sure that you have the food that you need to eat, because what happens in classes is guys take off to go get fast food, they're late. They make everybody wait. Bring food, bring a lunch. You can sit, jaw jack, and tell jokes with the rest of the group while lunch is going on, and actually rest for a minute. Because we want you to rest in training so that your mind is clear, your body's ready to go again, rather than being in a hurry and a rush. Come with a good attitude. Come with an attitude that you're not a know-it-all, that you're there to learn new things and take in new information and not just tell everybody what you know. Don't be that guy that's the loudmouth. And then lastly, really work on being mindful and safe. You do not want people in a shooting class to be scared of you because you're unsafe. And I know you're at that class so that you can learn these new skills. You may need to work on some dry fire stuff at home, where we've got the videos here and so do other people. How do you lock the slide to the rear? Maybe you need to learn how to lock the slide to the rear on your gun. How do you load it? Do you need to press check or not? How do you join your hands together? Again, I know you're going to the class to learn this stuff, but if you're able to, at least have some good basic safety fundamentals ingrained. How to mind your muzzle so that you're not pointing it at anybody. Grab our cert gun here. You know, if you're the kind of guy that's all, you're gonna scare the shit out of people in class and you're gonna make it not fun for them. So don't be that unsafe guy. Pay attention, enjoy yourself, make sure you have the gear that you need, and you know what, if you don't know, call the instructor of the school and say, hey, what do I gotta have? How many magazines should I bring? Make sure you know, invest your money and time in that training, because we're doing it to protect and promote the sanctity of life. We're doing it so that we can live a long, full life. Hope you enjoyed this little synopsis on what you need to take to a training class. If you guys enjoy the stuff that we pump out, please let us know here in the comments. Share these videos, like them, pass them on to all your friends. Tell Drew how much you love his video and editing work. And please, 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 for the love of God, don't be a dickhead.